With the new COVID variant making its rounds, there's no better time to know the data and facts surrounding all aspects of the virus, our country's past and present COVID-19 response, and your rights as both an American and an Arizonan. I'm State Senator Janae Shamp, registered nurse, Vice Chair of the Senate Committee on Health and Human Services, as well as the Chair of the Novel Coronavirus Southwestern Intergovernmental Committee. I established this committee so that we as Americans never have to experience the horrific government overreach that we endured during this last pandemic. I know some of you are beginning to worry this might happen again, so I want to invite you to stay informed by joining in on our next committee hearing on October 20th, which aims to safeguard our freedoms because your medical autonomy is important. I also want to have an upfront and honest conversation about some data points that might ease your mind. With the creation of a new booster, I want to make it clear that you do not have to get the vaccine if you don't want to. According to the EEOC, most employers have to accommodate beliefs that are religious or sincerely held personal beliefs. But thanks to our First Amendment's Establishment Clause, nobody gets to tell you that your beliefs are correct or incorrect. Everyone also has the right to informed consent. That was something that we were robbed of when it came to the experimental COVID-19 vaccine. As a perioperative nurse, I take this very seriously. If you're going into surgery, everything must be explained to you prior to the procedure. No questions. As a patient, you have to sign a release that you've been explained all the risks and the benefits prior to the procedure. We don't do that with these vaccines. Information regarding these vaccines was withheld and at best cherry-picked. We were straight up lied to. Let's just face it. The vaccine does not prevent transmission. We know that. The data proves it. In fact, the more vaccines you've had, the more likely you are to get the virus again. And this is the CDC's own data. Of course, that's not what we were originally told. I sponsored a bill this past session, SB 1250, which would have protected Arizonans' rights at the state level. So if your civil rights and freedoms were infringed upon by being forced to take the vaccine or lose your job, you would have been able to file a complaint with the Attorney General's office instead of having to file a federal lawsuit. Unfortunately, Governor Hobbs vetoed this proposed protection because she doesn't believe that your state rights are important. But make no mistake, your beliefs will be fought for and protected by this senator. It is my belief that every exemption should be approved. When it comes to forced mask mandates, we as a legislature created several laws to protect your freedom, which include prohibiting schools from forcing children to wear a mask without a parent's consent. There's a lot of information to dive into, so again, let's continue this conversation on October 20th during the Novel Coronavirus Southwestern Intergovernmental Committee. I want you to be able to make the informed decisions when it comes to vaccines and your health care. And I always want to help safeguard our freedoms. I'll see you there. Thank you and God bless.